Hey, what's up, boxing fans? I'm back at you. It's Chris Carlson, your host of my third show, and I won't say my third, my fourth, my fifth, my sixth. I won't keep doing this, but I'm going to have a lot of shows. The Rope-A-Dope Report, live at you again. I just did a video for the Paul Williams and Winky Wright. I'm going to put that on here quick. I'm going to do, I think they're calling it the Lightweight Lightning. I'm going to do a little preview of the fights. And I just want to talk about it. I think it's a great idea. Coming off the Marquez versus Diaz fight. Now, if Marquez, they're both on Golden Boy. And a lot of these fighters are on Golden Boy. Or at least can make deals with Golden Boy. You know? No matter what Marquez does, if he stays at lightweight, or if he goes up to fight Hatton or Floyd, like he said, Money May, or Pacquiao, or Nick Campbell, or Timothy Bradley, anyone at 140, that's cool. But Diaz, hopefully, Juan Diaz will learn from his last fight, improve. He's only 25, and he's still the man there. I mean, I'd see, although I think it would work kind of the certain way, I think it would go 12 rounds in a rematch, but I would even see the rematch of that fight that we just saw last Saturday. Or on Saturday, it's just a couple days ago. It's just a great idea. This is what boxing needs to get back to. You know, there's 4 named fighters for the most part, or 4 fights that have named fighters. So I can understand the pay-per-view. It's $39.95, so it's a little cheaper than normal. I like the idea. Obviously, I'm not a huge fan of pay-per-view, but considering the Cotto and Pavlik card, and even though they had Cherry and Peterson on that, which was really the fight I was looking forward to that got canceled because of Peterson getting injured, I think that's garbage to do pay-per-view. I think that's absolute garbage. HBO and Showtime wouldn't take it, then why the heck would we want to, you know, go to Versus with that, you know? Anyway, that's a different story. This is what we're talking about. A lightweight, you know, when you have a lightweight tournament, was I was going to say, sorry about that. When you have, I'm just so excited about this, I guess. When you have 4 fights, you know, now it may not be, you know, the out of all these, there's going to be 4 winners, maybe, unless there's draws or something like that. They're probably not going to fight each other after that. That would be awesome if that happened. But, you know, you can get probably a good fight out of this. Out of these 8 guys, the next fight, you could probably get a great fight. Or, you know, it could be a great, you know, showing for an Edwin Valero or Michael Casitas making a comeback, or Casamayor making a comeback off his KO loss, his first KO, by the way, to Marquez in September. It's just good. So I'm going to preview it here. We got the first one's Jorge Barreros versus Carlos Hernandez. Barreros, I'm going with in that just because he's fresher. Hernandez is kind of making a comeback. All through the early 2000s and mid, you know, he's fought a lot of great fighters. I respect him. He's lost to Jesus Chavez. He's lost to Floyd. He's lost to Morales. He's lost some, you know, some fights, but he's a hard worker. It's going to be a great fight. I'm going with Barreros in that. This is the next one, Michael Casitas versus Jesus Chavez, who I love Jesus Chavez. He's one of my favorite fighters. If you guys ever seen the Floyd versus Jesus Chavez back at 130, Floyd's last fight because he couldn't make weight anymore there, check that out. It's on the internet. Great fight. That's where you saw Floyd doing that rope-a-dope with those uppercut. Just beautiful fight. Great back and forth action. I'm going to go with the upset. Jesus Chavez in this. I think Michael Casitas is a great young brawler. He might win it, but I got to do some upsets here. I think Jesus Chavez. I hope Jesus Chavez. He's had knee injuries. He's had problems in the ring, well documented, as far as injuries and things that happen. I think didn't he hurt someone really bad, if I recall, or kill someone? Something like that. Anyway, he was off for like 2 years. He's taken some ring rust fights. Now he's back. I hope he wins. I'm going with him. I think that's going to be the most exciting fight of the night. Then we got Julio Diaz, a vet, against Joel Casamayor. And I'm going with Casamayor. I just think he's going to beat him. I think it's not going to be an easy fight, but I think he'll beat him. I think he'll box him. He's got he's got some power punch to him too. I think Casamayor will win. And then for the vacant title, I don't know if it's, you know, some alphabet soup stuff from Campbell moving up, losing the titles on the scale. Unfortunately, that was sad. But this is for one of those vacant titles. Antonio Petula. I'm sorry, I'm killing that name. Against Edwin Valero. Obviously, we know about Edwin. We don't know a ton about him. especially mainstream doesn't know him at all. 24 fights, 24 knockouts. Obviously, he's exciting. I've seen him twice on the net. I don't know. I don't know what to think of him. This will be his coming out party right here. He'll have a belt after this if, obviously, he wins. And he's never fought at these high weight classes yet. He was at 130, I believe. He's fought, I think, 2 to 3 solid fights there. But this is going to be something new. You know, I would look for Casamayor and Edward Valero, I think, will be the bigger names off this to get bigger fights. But no matter what, it's just a great idea. You know, and Golden Boy is keeping a lot of it in-house, or at least doing deals with people that they do, you know, they do business together a lot. So, you know, they got a top-ranked fighter on there. They got a couple other fighters on there. The deals can be made later on, and that's the key to boxing sometimes, the politics. So I think it's a great idea. Should be a great night. $39.95, I believe it is April 4th it'll happen. So, you guys, you know, tell me what you think about this. Tell me, you know, how you guys feel. Should you pay pay-per-view? When you have 4 pretty solid fights, not a weak fight in them, and, you know, you have some former champs and champs right now at different weight divisions, you know, you gotta pay for all those fighters. So I could see making a little money on pay-per-view. Anyway, I'm your host, Chris Carlson. I'll be back with that Jermaine Taylor and Carl Froch, or Froth, however you say his name. I'm going to have that preview coming up here soon on the net. I'm calling, yeah, on the, I think tonight, I don't know what I'm going to do. What? Yeah, I'm shooting a video. Sorry, someone, I don't know if you guys heard that. Anyway, this is Chris Carlson, your host of the Rope-A-Dope Report.